Greg Zuerlein set to get us started here, and off we go from MetLife Stadium. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball. When you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double, you would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. On the option, Jackson will keep it. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Sauce Gardner, he got downhill quickly and stuck him behind the line of scrimmage. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Jackson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Toward the sideline, it's complete, an athletic grab, but still well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. A really nice catch, but bottom line, that should have gone for more yardage.
Give him a pass in the flat that allows him to get upfield. There's plenty of distance between him and all the defenders. Actually cost himself some yardage there. Yeah, they got the completion, but it could have been so much more.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
Now Hall to start the drive. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Rodgers to throw. Open man is Uzama. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
From the 38, Rodgers, and that'll be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw, it's Rodgers. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. This is taken at the 15 and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. But it'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, puts it on the carpet, it's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
A gain of 15, and the Ravens first down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. They go play action with Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Flowers. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Once again, we got to get it done as a group.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, that's all. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Jackson now. He finds his man, complete. It's Flowers. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Jackson options out left. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
But you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Jackson. That's complete. Now the ball comes loose. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the 1st down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the 1st down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive.
They'll take over after that pretty clutch forced fumble as they begin inside their own 5-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. Hard throw, incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Jackson fighting his tight end Andrews for the Ravens, first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit. And that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. His throw incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Probably a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense. Countered with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second down and goal. Jackson, and in for the Ravens touchdown. Odell Beckham from 4 yards out. And the Ravens post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away from the 6.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everyone to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Ravens. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Well, the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. But they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Flush to his right, and he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
From the 27, Rodgers completes it to Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Hall again. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he is going to have a Jets first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now it's 2nd and 9. Rodgers now to throw. And he completes it to Wilson.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Out to his left. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. Able to find Lazard. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far in this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Rodgers going to throw. Throwing quickly to Wilson. Touchdown, Jets! Garrett Wilson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Jets have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Zuerlein connects on the extra point. It is now 10-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. Touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Flowers. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Beckham. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Another run here with Dobbins. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down and 2.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll run with Hall. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
C.J. Mosley getting to him behind the line of scrimmage there.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick in the game forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And this will stay a 4-point game. So points so crucial in a tight game like this, but this kick off the goalpost, and that'll keep the score right where it is.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made this a two-score game, but any cushion this late definitely would have helped. Now they need to ask their defense for another stop, and that's going to require some work.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now Rodgers. Buying time to his left.
And check down, complete to Hall. He can only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Clock now under 30 ticks and running. Back to throw, Rodgers.
There's Hall bringing in another one. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Rodgers to throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.